several things that I do. I have different skills. I can cook. I can bake. Guess what? I can literally go sell cakes and pies, or I could go sell some meal preps, which I used to have a meal prep business, by the way, which I no longer have. But I can literally go sell food or cater an event, which I've done, and make money to invest in the next thing that I want to do, or to pay off some bills or whatever it is I want to do, right? Now, while the work that I do on a daily, or the contracts that I take on in my line of work, those things do help me invest. Guess what? In me even pivoting, and I mentioned this in a previous video, in me even pivoting from having one client to having several, and having it spaced out over the course of a year, and not being tied to one client, or technically one source of income, and also increasing my rate and what I felt I was worth, that has helped me to also increase my economy, right? And so I'm here to tell you that there's more than one way to get things achieved, right? So that ties into affirmation, because if you're not affirming in the positive or informing in ways that serve you, then you're doing things or saying things that are counter to what it is you really want. And that means you're affirming in the negative or into something that's not serving you. So I would encourage you to look at what you are affirming in your life, right? And also, better yet, look at what's showing up. Look at the life you're living right now. Now, I'm not here to judge your life or say there's anything wrong with it. Only you know what life you're living. But if you do not like the life that you're living, you can change that. First, and always first in my book, is appreciation and gratitude, right? So yeah, one would say, well, I don't like my job. How can I be thankful and grateful you have a job, even if you don't like it? I've been there. I was there not too long ago, where I was working for a family and in a situation that ended up being 5-6 months. I did not plan to be there that long, but I had other contracts fall through and other things that happened and whatever. And the point is, I stayed, and I had a choice not to, but I did, and I learned a couple lessons from that. But what happened was, I had a job, because I went through a space where I didn't work for several months before that. So even though I didn't like a lot of things about that environment, what I pulled from that was, at least I have a job, or I have a gig, right? So if you don't like your job, start with gratitude, the fact that you have one. Start with some of the good things about that. It helps you pay your bills. It helps you take care of your children. It helps put food on your table. It helps to pay your car or for your car insurance, right? It helps you be able to invest in your family's future, right? Pull out some positive things. Then go to affirming more about what you want. So let's say you start with the job you don't like. Then start to affirm what it is you do want, right? So you know what? I'm grateful that I have, this is connected to your job, that I have weekends off. In my previous position, I only worked Monday through Thursday. So I had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. I didn't just have 2 days off. So if your circumstance is that you only have the weekends, just say, I'm grateful and thankful that I have the weekends, that my job gives me the weekends off, that my schedule is such that I'm out at 3 o'clock as opposed to 5, that I'm able to not be in so much traffic, that I'm able to spend more time with my family, that I'm able to actually spend some time at night, in the evening, or over the weekend, to be able to start creating my own economy by building my own business, right? By creating content, by baking that cake, by shooting that video, by editing that video, by building your website, whatever it is that you have to do to get you to where you want to go, right? And take the time, right? Affirm you have the time, and make the time. And when you do have the time, be grateful for the time, right? One would say, well, I don't have a car. Okay? You don't have a car. I lived without a car for many years. I even moved to the West Coast, and for the first 3 years, I didn't have a car. And the West Coast, where I live in California, not that you need a car, but I can see why people have cars there, right? Now that I have a car. But with that being said, I didn't have a car for the first 3 years. And guess what? I'm a New Yorker originally, so I made it work. I made it do what it do, as we say. And I was able to not just survive, but thrive, and still able to do things, because guess what? I had my health, and I had money to get on the train. So guess what? In those circumstances, you don't have a car, Be thankful that you have a ride if that's what it takes to get you where you got to go. Be thankful that you have the health to walk to the train or the bus. That you have the money to take the train or the bus. That you have the money to take an Uber or a Lyft. If that's what you can afford, if that's what gets you to where you got to go, right? Be thankful that you have money to invest in other things. Because guess what? When you get a car, especially a brand new car, that's another bill and a bill payment. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that from experience, I didn't necessarily want a car for those reasons. But when I got a car, I was able to be in a space where I could pay for one, right? So maybe you're not in that space yet. Be thankful that you are able to facilitate your funds or your income to go towards other things and maybe another car right now, right? You know, you don't, whatever it is, like you don't like your home, but let's say you have one. Someone doesn't have a home. And I'm not telling you to be grateful at the expense of someone else, right? Or someone else's misfortune and mishap. But do look at that you are very fortunate and you are blessed and you are protected and you're covered in so many ways, right? You have a home, you have a family, you have a cat, you have a dog, you have a bed, right? If you have nothing but the four walls that you're in, that you live in, that's still four walls that someone doesn't have. Once again, I'm not saying be grateful at the expense of someone else. I'm just here to remind you that, hey, you know what? There's always something to be grateful for, right? So affirm today your best. Affirm that you are well. Affirm that you are in great health. I used to affirm all the time that I have optimum health and well-being inside and out. That was one of the number one things I used to write down over and over again, right? And yeah, I have good health, you know, and I'm well. I have people in my family right now that aren't, you know. And so me, though, being in the space I am at, I'm able to be there for them and support them in many ways. So while, no, I don't like that they're not in the best of health, I'm grateful for my health because it also allows me to show up for and be there for my friends and my family that aren't in the best state of health. And I can affirm that and pray with and for them for better health, right? So, what are you affirming today? What are you affirming? Look at that. And I encourage you to continue to affirm the best. Be grateful for even those, find gratitude even in those circumstances that you don't always love or like, and then affirm what it is you want. Okay? So, I hope this video has helped to inspire you. If it has, please share it and give it a thumbs up and like it. Comment on what you're affirming today, right? Share with me maybe 1 to 3 affirmations. You can say, I am grateful for life. I am grateful for love. I am grateful for my home. I am grateful for health. I am grateful for a clear mind, right? What are you affirming? I'm grateful for a home. I'm grateful for love, right? I'm grateful for passion. I'm grateful for talent, my skills, my abilities, right? Please share in the comments what you are affirming today. And then also, please subscribe to the channel if you want to have more insights and more content like this, right? More videos like this, right? And come on over and click the link in my bio and join my free VIP group. It's absolutely free. All I want from you is you to come in and share some of your good energy and also glean from the energy in that community, right? We're here to pour into you. I'm here to pour into you. So come on over and join the free VIP group and come and join us. All right? So I appreciate you. I'm here for you. Thank you so much for being here today. And until we meet again, have an amazing one.